Save my life, our squad of wannabe slimmer, faster and healthier geezers have got off to a slow start after putting away more pints than goals in their first couple of weeks. But Gaffer Razor has since culled 2 members of the team, leaving only those truly dedicated to the cause. Dr. Adam Carey issued a stark warning should the boys not heed his medical advice.
If you don't do this, you aren't going to live very long.
Last week, excused from the tough training through injury, the Pimp and Billy Joel found themselves isolated from the squad.
I know he can't do it, and I know, like, Graham should be here fucking talking to us, fucking putting us on.
And the team entered the surreal world of Razor's unique therapies. Saturday morning at Dulwich Training College. Every weekend, our squad, who vary from aggressively unstable to borderline alcoholic blokes, meet here to get their lives back on track and learn to play as a football team. It's a remarkable turnaround for the squad, who only last week struggled to turn up on time for training.
Now running nearly at 7:45, so not the greatest turnout so far. First and foremost, you've got to look out yourself and get yourself on time. For me, it's fucking lack of discipline, okay, because we speak about it within the group, we've got to have fucking trust.
A buoyant Gaffer Razor arrives to get the training started, but first he needs to check up on each individual player's fitness levels.
Right, anyone got injured, got your hands up? You know, what's wrong with you, Mad Dog?
I've had a slight tear in my right hamstring.
What's wrong with you?
Well, it's short splints all the way down either side, just down the inside.
Shin splints at your age. How old are you?
29.
How old are you, seriously?
29.
Buddles, you're alright. What's wrong with you?
I pulled my muscle a little bit.
Shut up, never asked. Billy Joel, know what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
You're going to see how it is?
Yeah, going to see how it is, but I'm still going to do something.
You hit stuff.
Yeah, my ankle's a little bit, I just don't want to reset it.
Right, you see the physio. You're going to get another week.
Bit of a 5 strain.
Bit of a 5 strain. To be fair, like 2 weeks ago, none of you fuckers knew what a 5 strain was, where your hamstring was. Right, hold on, what are you wrong with another 5? Because that's the only thing you learn, isn't it? You know what I mean? Next week it'll be metatarsals and all that shit, won't it? What about you, silly bollocks? I like your new kit.
Yeah, I love it, isn't it?
What are you sponsored by? Cecil G, you what?
The man with anger issues, Burnside, spots that the team's missing a player, but doesn't want to mention names.
Oh, Gaffer. Yes. Is everyone in here then, or what?
For the moment, yeah.
Why? Is everyone in here?
Why?
So everyone's in here. The team's in here.
Why?
Just what?
For the 3rd week in a row, Salad Bar, a gambling addict with self-discipline and willpower issues, has perhaps unsurprisingly failed to arrive on time.
Michael Jones, 25. I blew 30 grand's worth of lottery winnings, gambling. Yeah, my girlfriend won some money on the lottery. She gave me £30,000. I gambled the whole lot and I lost.
The biggest bet that I know of that Salad has put on was £3,400. And he lost.
I used to think fortune favours the brave, but that hasn't helped me at all in life. And I want to get into Razor's squad, I need to get into Razor's squad, and hopefully I can move on and become a better person from it.
Putting training on hold, Razor heads off to find his wayward team member.
Yeah, Salad Bar ain't turned up today, I don't know why, but he's probably out shagging on a Friday night, shagging on a Saturday night. That's probably where he's late. That's probably what it is. Good luck to him in a day, but it's a team, this is all about team. I mean, I was shagging last night, but I still made it on time. Got a sore willy, but I still made it in this morning.
My name's Jason Crane, I'm age 30. I want to sort my temper out because it's getting in the way of my life.
Yeah, I've had a lot of incidents where I've lost my temper on a night out, for instance. Just basic bad manners. But the guy, he didn't say thank you for me on the door open for him, so I broke his nose. But I don't agree with things like that, you know.
My temper is worse at the moment for road rage.
There was a situation once with a couple of black guys cut me up big time, so I fucking chased him. Luckily he was so fat he couldn't get out. I just expected a gun to come out or something, you know what I mean? I'm not racist. I've got friends who are black, white, yellow, pink, purple. It's just that there's a lot of people taking liberties out there, if you know what I'm saying, you know? It's like taking a piss.
This is 10 weeks out of our life to actually do something, and there's some people that aren't doing it. I'm going to miss my daughter's birthday party, I'm going to miss my son's birthday party, all the birthday parties are going to. There's lots of stuff I'm going to miss, but at the end of the day, I'm here because I need to do something now. Otherwise I won't be able to enjoy it 10 years. I won't be able to enjoy their birthdays 10 years' time, or 20 years' time, or 30 years' time, exactly.
He might be genuinely laying in the gutter with his pants around his ankles. Who knows? I don't know.
An hour and a half late, Salad Bar finally makes an appearance.
Sorry, mate, I went out last night and had something to eat and that.
Yeah.
And it's not agreed with me this morning.
You walked in, you're going to go straight on the training ground, that's going to be no good for you. can't keep happening at Salad Bar because you're going to upset the other lads. They're all getting here on time, and they're going to get the Go on, go and join the boys.
Frustratingly for the players, Salad Bar's late arrival has delayed training for the whole team.
You know, by not turning up, he's not just letting us.
We've got to take responsibility as a team for everybody and talk to each other.
Yeah, well, so I went out last night with my dad and had some food in an Italian restaurant, and I very enjoyed it very much. I tried something different, maybe that didn't agree with me. It was asparagus with some very rich sauce. I enjoyed the whole meal very much, but this morning it was like the meal didn't agree with me, and I ended up having the runs this morning.
The gaffer knows every excuse in the book. He's concerned salad stories more porky pies than dodgy asparagus.
The lads, lads have been here an hour and a half now. For the football side, it can't happen. But I'm going to speak to Keith, the sports psychologist. You know, I'm not qualified to really get into the problems that Salad Bar's got. So I think I'll speak to Keith today. It's no good for team morale, and it's upsetting me. It's upsetting all the players. And at the end of the day, it's going to be worse for Salad Bar if everyone's on his back.
The team are in the lounge waiting for Salad Bar to get changed for this morning's football training session. The Pimp's been playing on the game console for the last 40 minutes.
Ben Brady, 25 from South London. Beware, dangerous lover. This used to do the job, trust me. At the moment, I'm 16 stone. That's nearly 4 stone overweight. And I've got high blood pressure. Now, this has to be down to drinking, poor diet, no exercise, late nights. These are all the things that I need to cut out completely. I couldn't do it on my own. I need to do it through the show and get disciplined through trying to achieve something at the same time.
The boys' frustration at being left hanging around waiting for Salad Bar spills over onto other players, namely ladies' man The Pimp, who's currently ruled out of training through injury.
All he seems to do is on the PlayStation all the time, on the PlayStation.
He's just segregated himself from us. He's always on the bench, never plays with us, never does this. He needs to be, something needs to be said to him.
Gimp, the physio in here, you're going to be laying in the ambulance all day? He's always on his phone. He's like this. Hood over his head.
I actually heard a rumour today that he's now playing like the race card, that we don't like him because he's like different to us, and he's not even black, he's black. But the thing is, to justify, I say to him, I've always adamant that he should have gone and EK should have stayed. Now, if I'm racist, why would I want EK staying? It's bollocks, and I hate people that play that card.
Fucking Pimp. I'm surprised he ain't got a gold phone. Gold stud going for his cock or something. Wouldn't be surprised.
Coming up, the team get a special training session from England legend Luther Blissett.
Oh, ball please, demonstration.
Burnside kicks off a race riot.
Woke up, his hair was in a mess, and I just referred to his hair, said the word gollywog.
And shock in the camp as the squad walk out.
I'm going. Is anybody else going with me?
Yeah. Warns of a serious problem within the squad.
Like, I heard someone be racist and stuff like that. To me, that's something that make me say to myself, you know what, I don't even want to be near you. I don't want to play with you. On the pitch or off the pitch, I don't want to talk to you.
And the worm turns as Billy Joel revolts against Razor.
We are now going home because it's now 5:30 on a Saturday afternoon.
It's mid-morning. The team have travelled to Millwall's indoor training pitch with Coach Justin to work on their football technique. They've got a long way to go if they want to stand a chance in their big match against the ex-professionals in 6 weeks' time.
Liberace, that way. Sharp. Make a sharp movement that way. Go on. Now come back. Now you're free. Now you're free. Turn. There you go. You know what you're going to do because you're in control. You drop back that way. Now you've got the ball and you turn in. Look how far Puddles is away. Okay, give the ball back to the head. Okay, now I'm looking for better movement. Yeah, and play. Good, well done.
Whilst the boys work on their football, Pimp watches from the sidelines. His injuries may have ruled him out of training, but Justin has already voiced concerns that he's been separating himself from the group.
Appreciate you probably don't feel part of the team, but with your actions and what you're doing, they're working their cock off over there.
No.
They're grafting, and all they're seeing is you walking around on a mobile phone. Get yourself over there and be a part of it now, yeah? Okay, everyone. In we come, everyone. Well done.
Coach Justin calls an end to training.
In you come, Pimp. Everyone, that is. We're going to go for a warm down now, okay? Ben, you're going to stay here. I want to have a word with you. Okay, off we go. Well done, everyone. Come on, boys. Pimp, as much as you're disappointed that you're injured, I was disappointed in your attitude within the team. Tonight, again, I'm looking out while we're training. You're out there on the mobile phone.
It's not that I was isolating myself. It's like, at the time, I feel like members of the team weren't being as sympathetic as they could be towards my injuries and that. Like a couple people taking the piss, like, oh, you're on the physio bench again.
Gimp, the physio in here, you're going to be laying in the ambulance all day?
It's more digs than encouragement. So yeah, maybe I was being negative, but not everyone was being positive to me either. I know it's a bit of a tit for tat thing.
Okay, they might be little digs, but they're football. We're a group, we're a football team now. They're little jibes. We're going to get them along the way, aren't we?
There's some other things as well, but like I suppose I've just dealt with it now. Like
what?
Like I heard someone be racist and stuff like that, and like between them, that's maybe just a bit of banter. But to me, that's something that'll make me say to myself, you know what, I don't even want to be near you.
Earlier today, an incident occurred away from our cameras.
Gaffer woke up, his hair was in a mess, and I just referred to his hair, said the word gollywog.
I said what? What? And he said gollywog. Nothing to do with you, mate. How's it nothing to do with me? It's like saying you got hair like a nigger. No offence. You're not allowed to say shit like that.
I don't think it was being racist in the day, you know, but Pimp obviously did take that as being a racist remark, the word gollywog. The thing is, these days you've got to be careful what you say.
So like, maybe where he comes from is okay, but where I'm from, nah. People die for less.
I take that serious because I've played with all nationalities, and you're here for the duration. I will speak to the gaffer, I'll speak to Keith, because you know if this is how it's making you feel, then we have to deal with this issue. Okay.
Okay.
All right, good man. Totally shocked, disappointed, feel very let down by the group. If this has happened, which you know I've got back Ben, and he obviously has heard this and he has felt this, and it's something that you know for me needs to be nipped in the bud straight away, and certainly open-aired talk amongst the group to let it know that there's no place for that within the group.
The team are now back at Dulwich College. Of the 15 players in the squad, nearly all of them have alcohol issues. Dr. Adam Carey, the team nutritionist, gathers them together to give them a stark wake-up call, whilst the gaffer and coach look on.
For me, when I play, win, draw or lose, have a booze. I was always drinking, and it's bad for you. It takes over your life, and it ruins life, so it's ruined mine. So I'm going to have a session now with a doctor, and he's going to hit home how bad it is.
As a medic, do you know what they tell us to do in medical school when we talk about people drinking and asking a question? We say, how many drink? How many pints a week do you drink?
I would guess it. 12 or 13.
12 or 13. So do you know what I write down on my paper? 26. Right? Because most people underestimate how much they drink by about 50%. Because when you go out, often you can't remember how many drinks you had.
I think most people who've got a problem with alcohol, their biggest problem is recognising that it's an issue. And for many of the squad, they don't believe they've got an issue with alcohol. And until that penny drops, it's difficult to help them.
The question is, when you drink this amount of alcohol, what happens to you? Your liver has to clear up that alcohol. It's to get rid of all that poison that you're putting into your body. After a while, you'll get to the point where the liver gets properly damaged.
Football's not known for its academics, and the team would naturally prefer to be out on the pitch, but you doze off in Dr. Carey's lectures at your peril.
We've got the Pimp at the back and he's still falling asleep. Don't fall asleep in my lecture or fuck off. Yeah? Are we clear? Are we getting the message across?
You don't have to be rude about it.
This is how much sugar, roughly, you're drinking every single week. Now, what bit of this aren't you understanding, you know?
Can I
Yeah,
just say,
Racer.
can I just say,
Yeah, sure.
if I may?
You may? Well, what I want to say, I'm not going to turn into a lecture, don't drink and all that, but I'm just say be careful, because once me discipline out me like football, it grabs you, and that is so addictive. So, you know, in the end, it cost me my wife, my kids, my house, my fucking bank account. That's a sad old life, I tell you. So, smile and just think about it, but take it in, because it does matter. It will affect your performance. So, Justin, if you want that rehab number, I've got it in my phone. All right. Come on, lads.
Cheers.
Thank you, Doctor.
Billy Joel, one of the big boozers in the squad, captures the scene to remind him of the job in hand.
I've got to have that picture. I've got to look at this, and that's going to be vision for me. I realise what I'm doing to my body. That is most probably one of the most frightening things I've ever seen in my life, because it's not until you actually see it in front of you that you really understand what you're doing to your body. And I just ain't going to put that into my body anymore.
With their stern lecture out of the way, the boys head back to the players' lounge to await the highlight of their day, football training. But as the boys are left waiting for the second time today, they've been delivered some crushing news. Football's been cancelled in favour of a session with fitness trainer Angie and the dreaded man maker.
And when they said we were going to do the man maker, I was like, oh, no, I don't want to do it anyway. To be honest, I was one of them that said, I'm not in the mood to do the man maker. I was nearly falling asleep sitting in that Thursday and just signing up to get ready to go and do a man maker.
Blissfully unaware of the growing discontent inside, Razor's outside on the phone.
You're still hanging on to them football ties, aren't you?
But after a day of delays, the cancelled football is the final straw, and Billy cracks and orchestrates a walkout.
We can't all do the man maker. I set out at 5 o'clock. All right, Burns, what time did you?
About 6, I think, left.
6 o'clock. All right. I'm going. Is anybody else going with me?
There's a team going.
Yeah.
There's a team going.
All right.
Can't even fucking walk if we've got to join and unite to get the result for Graham, then we've got to do it.
That's it. We've all got to stand
we've all got to do it
side.
together.
Last weekend we was here till 7:15. I didn't get home till 10 o'clock. All right. We're all here for the right reasons. Everybody is giving 100% on the field and off the field. All right. We are now going home because it's now 5:30 on a Saturday afternoon. So let's go.
Yeah.
That's the first time I've ever said no, and I had to say something that I've ever felt strong enough about it to actually say no, and it felt right. It felt right. Otherwise, I wouldn't have done it. I'm actually fit.
Fit the fuck off.
No, I'm fit, but I've got to go.
I don't know why their reasons. I don't know the reasons was. I think a lot of them hadn't seen their wives and kids and all that, and I think they had the hump with that.
My wife doesn't have to give up 10 weeks for life, which she's doing, and I just think my commitment sometimes to my family, so I'm off as well.
Billy's saying he's going home. If he's going home, then we've all got to stand by him, and away we go.
Personally, don't exactly know what we've done it for, but I thought I had to go with the team just to be on the right side, if you know what I mean.
What's going on? I'm gutted, man.
It was all up for doing it. The rain ain't a problem, but people got commitments and they've got to go and do it. Paul's got commitments, Billy Joel's got commitments, and everybody knew that they had them.
Billy Joel, you after Scargill or something?
See you later, guys.
Gaffer Razor steps in to try and stem the tide of revolting players.
Are they serious?
They bloody are serious. I can't believe it. Listen. I think.
So what's the matter? What's happening?
I can't let him go to my teammates. He's one in, one all out, isn't it? I mean, if we're not going to be a team,
I can't
then we'll be
believe it.
individuals.
I can't
Look,
believe
I was ready to do it, but it's all
Especially
about.
you. I thought you'd want to get out and do the man maker
I
on your own.
I was going to do it. I was getting ready to do it.
I'm not mingle. What about if I say I'm not going to bother coming back tomorrow because you're all asking
And
me
then say I don't turn up because I've got
ready to come be bothered.
I got going because I've got a little puppy.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Maybe, maybe not. If we can be bothered.
Didn't train him on the football pitch, so had a good laugh, and this is how you get repaid. Billy Joel said he's got troubles in his life, and all of a sudden he's taking the job on tonight and putting that in front of what he wants to get better.
That really cheeses me off.
So does he want to get better, or does he want to be Billy Joel? Fuck him.
Fuck it, let's just go.
If they ain't doing nothing, fuck him. I ain't doing no filming or nothing, bollocks. If they do go home early, they can fuck off. That's mutiny as far as I'm concerned.
Anger at ringleader Billy Joel.
But I'm going to let Billy know that it ain't happening no more. And if he wants to get off and start causing a riot, that's his problem.
And the boys get a dressing down from England's star Luther Blissett.
Who's the one that's paid money to watch this black whatsoever play football?
Coming up, team bonding Razor style down the local curry house.
The chef, have a look at the chef. Say thank the chef.
And the gaffer lays down the law.
Right, lads, I'm the gaffer. I'm in charge. You fuckers ain't. Yeah?
It's early Sunday morning, and the boys arrive at college for the second of their weekend training sessions. Yesterday, Billy Joel led a revolt against Razor and persuaded the team to join him by walking out. But as the squad arrived, some have had second thoughts on their tea time revolution.
Yeah, I knew Billy Joel was getting a little bit grumpy, but I didn't really know what the ins and outs were. But because it's a team thing, I had to be part of that. And but I'm going to let Billy know that it ain't happening no more. If he wants to get off and start causing a riot, that's his problem. He obviously got issues he needs to talk to Keith about.
But the boys have yet to face the man they walked out on yesterday, their angry gaffer.
If they've got problems, they turn up here and they've got the hump and they want to go home early. If they do go home early, they can fuck off. That's mutiny as far as I'm concerned. You know, and I'm fed up with it. Right, lads, You fucked me up yesterday, a lot of you. Something happens, you got to fuck off early, you ring me up. I'm the gaffer. I'm in charge, you fuckers ain't. Because if one or two of you misses that, it fucks the whole session up. We can't have what happened yesterday, it's a fucking disgrace. We want to go home and see our families. Listen, I fucking lost my fucking family through doing what you're doing now. From going out on the piss, not looking after yourself, not saying no, having anger problems. I lost my family through that, and I don't want you to lose your fucking families. Mo, you've been there, haven't you? You know what it's like, do you?
I've lost everything.
Yeah? I've lost everything. How lucky are these fuckers? Right. What's fucking 2 hours extra from the rest of your life for your fucking family? Yeah? Think of that.
Personally, I feel about the walkout yesterday. I've had a word with Billy Joel about it. I told him he should have gone about it in another way. You know, he could have been a bit more diplomatic rather than, I called it ranting and raving this morning.
The guys yesterday went, okay, because a lot of them was in pain. They couldn't do the man maker. Only half of them could do the man maker, okay, and it wasn't fair to the rest of them. They were frustrated, they were worn out, they were cold, and they had things to do, okay. I was the spokesman, if you like, at the time. There was no talking, no nothing. It was mostly done by eye contact and body language. I said, right, well, you know, if that's the situation, that's it, we'll go. But there was things said all through the day, okay. There was things all through the day, and at the end of the day, it blew, okay.
Billy.
I'd like to apologise for yesterday.
What for?
For my outburst.
Billy, you're eating up inside. Yeah. We ain't going to get the best out of you out there. I want you to tell me what's fucking wrong with you. I love you out. Billy, I'm so fucking proud of you, yeah? Because you're coming out your shell. Tell us what we... If you don't tell us, what the fuck... What chance we got? Very disappointed they've done that, but there's a little bit of me that's quite proud of them that they all stuck together. When one went, they all went. Otherwise it would have been a lot worse to handle if there had been 6 stayed and 6 went. Because they had the argument this morning, why didn't you come with us, or why did you go? It's a lot easier to handle as a manager that they've all gone. So I'm speaking to them as a group. I haven't got to go around individually. Different, I love fucking a lot of you. But listen, if anyone from now on does fuck off, they won't be coming back. Come on in.
With team spirit at a dangerous low, Razor takes the boys on a morale-boosting mission to the local curry house.
Place mates there, sit where you want to sit, sit where your name is, lads, sit where your name is.
But after yesterday, when the pimp complained of racism in the squad...
There's some other things as well, but like I suppose I've just dealt with it now. Like what? Like I heard someone be racist and stuff like that, and like between them, that's maybe just a bit of banter. But to me, that's something that make me say to myself, you know what, I don't even want to be near you.
Razor has a ploy to get to the bottom of the issue.
Well, what I'm going to do is decided to take them to an Indian restaurant. They're under false pretense that we're going there to teach them how to eat vegetables, and they can eat vegetables with Indian food. But I'm just going to sit there amongst them, going to listen to them. I'm just going to see for myself if there is any racist abuse or racist chants or racist jokes. Because I've got to see it myself before I start thinking.
Coming up, can the team's fresh approach help them win their first game? Luther Blissett's training help our squad save face in their next team game.
Listen from that throw in, relax.
The boys are now in their 4th week under Razor Ruddock's guidance. To chart their progress as a team, Razor will be pitting them up against other local squads. They lost their first game against a team of under-16s 5-1.
Fucking hell, boys.
So they'll need to find something special against their next challengers. Brought in by Razor to reinforce today's multicultural message, top of the Asian League, the London Tigers. The boys perform a pre-match motivational chant, guaranteed to horrify the team medic and nutritionist Dr. Carey.
Come on, lads, close them down. Their kick-off.
1-0.
Unlucky boys, come on! Don't worry, it's how you react now, isn't it? It's how you react, come on! Just gone 1-0 down, but the reaction ain't too bad. Last week was a lot worse.
Yesterday's leader of the team walkout, Billy Joel, is substituted, but he's just happy to be there.
Razor put me on the start line straight away, even though he knew I had an injury, which was fantastic for me. Even though I don't play football, he's put me right in there, and that meant a lot to me, and I'm not going to let the guy down.
To encourage him to feel part of the team following the earlier racist debate, Gaffer Razor has asked the Pimp to help him out with the coaching.
Saliba, fall back earlier, because they got better sprint than you.
2-0 down. Shut up! Don't worry about that!
The boys go 2-0 down. Earlier this afternoon, the Pimp raised the subject of possible racism in the squad.
Like, everyone's having a bit of a banter. Someone said something about his hair, and he turned around and said, "Yeah, well, look at Gaffer. He's got hair like a gollywog." I said, "What? A what?" And he said, "A gollywog. Nothing to do with you, mate. How's it nothing to do with me? It's like saying you got hair like a nigger. No offence. You're not allowed to say shit like that." This guy's stupid, man.
Razor was keen to get to the bottom of the problem and arranged for ex-England player Luther Blissett to come and discuss the issue with the team.
He said to me, "You stick the ball in there, and that is the best way to answer it."
How do you think the meeting goes? All right, yeah?
The session?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was alright. I got things off my chest I needed to say, and
good.
It verified the fact that what I thought already, that someone that's like they're not that
Burnside
wasn't racist.
Used to talking in the,
yeah.
Because when you're comfortable with someone,
yeah, you can
like his best mate's black, and they comes and they have their banter, and he thinks, you know, you don't know him, and you're like, is he racist?
I just couldn't imagine someone talking like that around where I live or where I'm from. So, like,
that's
so for me, it stumped me a bit, but like we've all cleared the air, so
that's good.
I think he'll come to beg it. Well,
it's good. We had to get it out in the air. You know what I mean? I didn't really know it was happening, but you know, like I've said with him, right? People like you know, I'm not racist. I don't like it because you're shit.
Okay.
With the air cleared, the ref blows for half-time, and at 3-0 down, a fresh battle for Razor, reviving flagging team spirits.
From last week, you was playing kids, right? Yeah. It was 4-5-0 down at half-time. You're 3-0 down to a fucking much better team. Much better team.
One thing I did notice, Ben, the Pimp, the Gimp, with the limp, he brought the waters out. He was the first one to bring the waters out, and I thought that was brilliant. You know, he doesn't have to play, but that's part of the team. You know, as far as I'm concerned, he done really, you know, good on him. He pulled his weight.
Right, Fireman Sam back up front, Mo right back, Liberace come out on the left-hand side, Puke go in the middle with the head.
With no sign of racism on or off the pitch and the full support of his gaffer, the Pimp's confident in giving his own half-time analysis.
The defending line needs to fall back a bit quicker because their pace is quicker. That's why they're getting through and no one's there, because they can dribble the ball faster than most people can sprint. Yeah. So as they've got the ball, as they've got the ball, they're getting through the defence line a lot quicker or coming round it. So if as soon as they get the ball, if the defence line fall back quicker, they got to shoot from further out, give you a better chance to stop it.
What we've got to do, listen. Go and enjoy yourself. Be relaxed. Listen, enjoy yourself. Go and enjoy it. Movement!
I think the first half was a bit disorganised again. There's people just don't have positions. We haven't really gone. There's people that haven't played before. I think the first half was a little bit dodgy. Some good tackles. I think they were 3-0 up in the first half. But the second half, a lot better. I think everyone put it in. I think people at the end were dying on their feet, but they were still running around.
Well done, Bob. Well lucky, son. Well done.
And with the score finally hitting 5-0, the ref shows mercy and blows for full time. From team walkouts to racist confrontations, it's been a rollercoaster ride of a weekend for the boys, but the gaffer's keen to remind them of the positives.
Yes, lads, gather in, lads, well done. Give the drinks out there, Pimp. Well done, kid. Lads, the body language, very negative walking off. I don't know why.
I'm really amazed with the improvement they've got in their fitness. I think they don't really see it. They still get the hump and still tired because we're pushing them, pushing them more and more. From a football side, their fitness ability and obviously their footwork, the way they're playing, it is a vast improvement, and it's hard for them to take in. They don't really believe. Well, a lot of them don't believe in themselves anyway.
Remember back when we first met in Hertfordshire? I looked at Billy Joe, I thought, what the fuck? Do you know what I mean? Burnside, see you running around with a fucking ironing ball stuck down your back. I'm thinking, fuck him, what chance I've got here? You're a goalkeeper, Devon Clarence. You've improved. You've got to think, it's improvement. Saliba, be happy. Why get fucking sad? Be happy, son. You're out here playing football. You're not stuck in the bookmakers losing all your dough, are you? Yeah? We're getting better, and I promise you, we're going to bring a few teams in that we're going to fucking annihilate, okay? They are pulling in the right direction. They're getting fitter. We're helping them on and off the pitch, because that's why they're here. You know, I've been through problems. I've been there, I've been in rehab twice. I've lost my wife and kids through drinking, and I don't want it to happen to these lads. And maybe my experience rub off. They'll have a better life. Everyone's improving. Yes? Yep. Let's not let it happen again. Wednesday off. See you next Saturday. Well done, lads.
Okay, cheers, guys.
Coming up next week on Football Saved My Life, shockwaves as Razor kicks a player off the squad.
Pimp, you're out of the team, you're off the show. The rest of you, be warned.
Legend Dean Kiley drops in for a goalkeeping masterclass. And disaster strikes for Billy Joel.
Billy?
Billy?
What we're serving up today is what you can eat on a night out. You don't have to feel like you're missing out. So you can stop moaning, okay? Yeah. We have obviously no rice, no naan breads. Head and landlord, you two don't have vegetables. We heard what the doctor said to us about vegetables, a few dishes of vegetables as well, for you to try out. No beer, no wine, obviously, because you're training this afternoon. Enjoy it. Can I have a Cobra, please? Come down. When you go out with the lads on Saturday night, when you're having curry, are you not going to have rice and bread? Could you just have that?
If I knew
it's doing you good
that this was going to be alright for me, I'd eat this. I just don't know what's what in it.
Yeah.
So I just stick with what I know.
You can have that.
Yeah.
Just don't have 6 pints of it.
I don't drink.
A couple of glasses of Cristal and you're alright.
There you go.
Ed, you're injured, yeah? Yeah. Chuck a mouthful of that now. I'll excuse you from the man maker this afternoon. That gets you out the man maker. Maker, of course, son.
Fucking hell. It's cake mix.
Chef, have a look at the chef. Say thank the chef.
Racism seems to be off the menu, a fact that naturally pleases the gaffer.
I'm quite pleased. Went to the Indian restaurant. I've come away there very pleased. I didn't hear one comment of racism. So I mean, it was a big test for him, and I think if there was racism in the squad, we'd have definitely heard something. But we ain't finishing there. I don't think we got into the bottom of this.
So thanks for all coming. Thanks for trying it all. I'd like to show appreciation to the waiters and the chefs for looking after us. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Following Razor's covert Curry House plan to uncover racism in the squad, the gaffer tries a new strategy. Keith and Razor arrange a session with a player who knows firsthand the evils of racism in football. Ex-England star Luther Blissett.
We all know Luther. He was one of the first black players to really make it big, and he suffered a lot of racist chants from the crowds and also from his teammates. So I thought it'd be, and he's also a great coach. So I thought it'd be a good idea to bring Luther in to coach the lads and just give him a little talk about racism in football clubs. I don't think we have got racists in the squad at the minute, but there's a few childish comments that come out, a bit of banter that some people find offensive.
When I started playing professional football in 77, 78, it was probably one of the worst times in the world to be a black footballer. If it wasn't your teammates at the time, and there was one or two of them, your teammates, that would give you a bit of abuse because of your colour. You definitely get it everywhere you went to play. Humour was always a fantastic way to deal with it, because there's nothing better than turning something around on somebody when they said anything to you. Example, 17-year-old playing up at Barnsley, but I'm on the bench, so I've got to do a warm-up on the side of the pitch, and you get the yobs as usual there, you know, there's about a dozen or more of them together. Oh, you're black so-and-so or whatever, you know. So don't turn me back to them, turned around and actually now facing them, like looking straight at them. I said, now think about it. I says, who's the one that's paid money to watch this black whatsoever play football? And there's all his mates, exactly what you just did there with reaction, but you can imagine all his mates around him, all that sort of thing, you know, and he feels a right pill at them, doesn't he? Without being abusive or anything. The other way of dealing with it, and it's the best possible way, when they're giving you stick and you're actually out there on the field, in a game. Peterborough away it was, one of my players said to me, you stick the ball in there, and that is the best way to answer it.
I don't think there's anyone here who is overtly racist or sexist or anything like that. And I think all you guys would agree, yeah? Or anyone could agree, yeah? Okay. Would anyone say that, you know, maybe there is any sort of racist people or anything?
I've heard someone say Packy. I've heard, like he said Gollywog, but he didn't mean it in that way.
Talking to Razor, mate. You jumped up. I was talking to Razor because Razor.
Yeah, but you just even saying it in my presence is offensive to me. Yeah,
Okay, listen, guys, listen. If people are talking, let them finish talking. And also, I would like you to depersonalise this as much as possible, just so we know. So Ben.
My point was that in the first weekend, I heard someone say Packy, I heard someone say suicide bomber. When Arafat got named Arafat, someone said we should have called him Bin Laden instead. Like Burnside said, even though he said Gollywog, I know he's not racist because he lent his boots to Lamar. Lamar's the black guy on the team. And no racist person would do that. I know he's not, but some things that he may say or other people may say, they might feel comfortable saying in their social life or in their place there, but around where I've grown up and where I live and stuff like that, something like that would cause a lot of trouble.
It's hard because I was brought up in Hackney in North London. Most of my best friends were black people, Indian people, Moroccan people. I mean, I've got my friend Ardley. I mean, the way we speak together, I can call him a nigger, I can call him a coon. What's the matter with you? Can I have some of that suntan lotion? And it's just banter, because he can talk to me the way he can call me a honky, and we just laugh because it's just pathetic. I can't believe that it can affect some people in the way it does. I mean, having to ban Bar Black Sheep, trying to ban hot cross buns. I mean, it's just all out of proportion.
You don't have to be non-white to be affected by racism. I think it affects anyone, and you can't really love football if you're racist, because some of the best players in the world are black. So
I used to root with Ian Wright. I've called him a whatever, laughing and joking. He's called me a fat git. Do you know what I mean?
At the same time,
I know what you're saying.
People that you felt comfortable with, that you're known straight away.
Like, that's what I mean.
This is within
that's what I'm going.
48 hours.
That's where I'm going. So when you get to like me mates, I can call them Righty, whatever, Trevor, and they can call me a fat, and it's banter. But when you get above that and it gets hatred, then that's when the problems come.
My best mate is black, and his best mate of mine. I know I'm not racist, but I am a bit of a lad, have a bit of banter. Right, sometimes I do say that one thing too many times.
He really needs to come out of all that shit, because he's not the right person. He's not a total wanker. If he was more sensitive to like racist issues, then maybe he'd understand. So no, maybe one day big black man will come and take away his girlfriend.
Okay, so what I seem to be hearing is some things are okay and some things aren't, but maybe that line isn't so clear sometimes. Just think about, am I being respectful to that individual or the group? Then we can't go wrong, can we? Yeah? Okay?
We've had a good meeting with Luther. It was banter, and I think Pimp accepts that. It was just the way it says, and it's all come out, and everybody's happy. I'm sure Pimp's gone away feeling a lot better today. And that's what I want, I'm the manager, and I've told them, I'll give them all my phone number today. If there's any problems, any issues you want to talk to me, I'm approachable. I'm one of them. I'm one of their mates. I want to be, I'm their manager first and foremost, but I'm a mate, because I've been there, I've done it, I've had their problems, and I'm here to help.
It's been a difficult morning for the boys, so what better way to spend the afternoon with a couple of ex-England players than a spot of football training?
There's a lot goes into football, guys, It's not just turn up and have a kick around. A crucial time in any game is when goals are scored for both teams. If you're the team that scored it, you're so happy celebrating, you relax, and that's when you can catch them out. And the same the other way. It's all about keeping the pressure on the opposition. Trying to keep the ball in an area closest to their goal, so if you win it back, it's easier for you because you're within shooting range all the time.
To show ex-AC Milan striker Luther Blissett what he's got to work with, the boys kick off with a quick game of 7-a-side.
Finish! Oh! Ball please! Demonstration!
Impressed with their enthusiasm, Luther stops the boys for a crash course in striking skills.
Listen, when you come in, you've got to listen. Standing foot, there. The last step before you strike the ball, you invariably have to take a bigger step because the ball's moving. Bigger step there, and the ball then catches up by the time that you're ready to strike it. Okay? So you've got to think about that when you're striking, and you find that you get a better connection on the ball when you're doing. You've had a bit of a breathing, haven't you? Yeah. Get yourselves back on. First two teams back on. First two teams back on.
The boys get to work practicing their new football technique.
Good boy. Hey, super. Well done. That's good. It's got to be in the back of the net from there. Come here. Because what you've done, gone back on your heels there, and it's only going to go one way. Okay, don't worry about how hard you hit it, but just hit the ball clean. Oh, great hands! Early goalie, come on, who's on?
And 4 weeks into Razor's regime, Puddles is discovering his hard work on and off the pitch is finally paying dividends.
I mean, I'm in a really good place at the moment. I've done 2 stone as of last Saturday. You know, another week of good training this sun, and another week when I get weighed next week, I'm hoping to lose another sort of 10 pounds. I think my football's improving a bit. I'm killing 2 birds with 1 stone, really.
You're here to learn, you're here to pick up on 1 or 2 things. That was so much better from the way it started.
So, what has guest coach Luther made of our squad?
You know, they've quite motivated what they're doing. I was actually very pleased with. They took things on board what you said to them, and the way they actually approached the session, it actually improved bit by bit as it went on, which as a coach is all you can ask for.